Hi guys, it's me Jo and welcome to my channel. So, ang ibabahagi ko sa inyo ngayon guys is yung tatlong paraan kung paano mo matutulungan ang isang taong may anxiety or may panic disorder, whether it is your friend, family, colleague, and etc. So, number one is hawakan mo ang kanilang mga kamay at make eye contact at makinig sa kanila. Makinig ka sa kanila kasi you know what guys, ang mga taong may mga anxiety or panic disorder, ang gusto lang talaga nila is yung may makikinig sa kanila. Yung may makikinig sa kanila without any judgment. And then affection. Yung affection talaga, it is also important, especially if it's your loved ones, if it's your husband, that it means that kahit hindi mo sabihin sa kanila about, in words, but through their hug, through the way they hold your hands, kumbaga naiintindihan ka na nila. So yun ang pinaka-importante. Ako, I'm very thankful for that. Kasi nung processing healing ko talaga, I am very thankful that my husband, he's the one that he also trying to, to cheer me, to support me, even though I was in my deepest, depression na to the point talaga I ask myself na hanggang dito na lang ba talaga ako. And then plus my panic disorder ka pa and kulang ka sa tulog. Lahat ng yun, it is really connected through my mental illness. And yes, kung papaano mo papakalmahin ng isang taong may anxiety or may panic disorder, ang hirap, lalo na pag wala kang knowledge about it at kung never ka naman naka-experience ng ano bang feeling na may anxiety. Kasi yes, of course, lahat ng tao, that's true, lahat ng tao may anxiety, may anxious, may stress, but hindi lahat ng tao is may anxiety disorder. So, ang pagkaiba ng anxiety at anxiety disorder is yung anxiety disorder is kumbaga araw-araw mo na itong nararamdaman, araw-araw na nakakapabother sa'yo na to the point na hindi mo na nagagawa yung mga gusto mong gawin, hindi ka na nakakalabas, hindi ka na nakakapunta sa mga lugar na gusto mo, hindi mo na namimit yung mga kaibigan mo. It's because nauunahan ka ng iyong negative thoughts na naiisip mo na what if pag lumabas ako, atakihin ako ng aking anxiety at ano na lang sasabihin, ano yung mga response ng aking mga kaibigan kasi never naman silang nagkaroon ng ganito. So anong yung maa-approach nila sa akin? So syempre ikaw, yun ang nakakapagbigay sa iyo ng stigma or takot na lumabas, makipagsalamuha. Kasi takot ka na ma-judge ka, takot ka na pagsabihan ka ng mga tao na lahat naman tayo may mga anxious, so lahat naman tayo may stress, lahat naman tayo may problema, pero depende. Hindi lahat ng mga may problema is kumbaga siniseryoso. May mga tao talaga na they are not focusing on it. May mga tao na anxious sila, it's because of like for example, may interview ka, may job interview ka, may examine ka na paparating, or may linipat ka sa isang departamentong trinatrabahuan mo, kung baga iba na. So syempre of course you are anxious kung ano yung mga attitude ng mga bago mong colleague, kung makakasundo mo ba sila. So pero yung disorder guys, it's really different kasi araw-araw na talaga itong nagbabother sa'yo. Unlike me that I have also panic disorder na every night talaga siyang umaatake. Nung time na yun, my processing healing. And today, thanks God, I am very, I can say I'm truthfully healing. Kumbaga naka-recover na ako. I'm already I know how already overcome my panic disorder. Now and then, may kumbaga time to time, mayroon pa rin, nagpaparamdam pa rin. But it's really normal kasi ika nga, as long as we still feel this stress, kumbaga stress and something like how can you call that, pressure sa ating pang-araw-araw na ating buhay, hindi talaga magi-stop yung anxiety or yung panic attack. Kailangan talaga, yung kailangan lang talaga natin is how balance our, our emotion, our reaction sa mga nangyayari sa ating maghapon, yung ating, pang-araw-araw. So, you know how to balance and how to overcome or how to tackle your daily life, na wag mong siseryosohin ang isang bagay na alam mo naman na makakapag sa yung tawag nito, sa yung mental health. So yung number 1 talaga is hawakan ang kamay ng isang tao na nagsasuffer ng anxiety or panic attack. Number 2 is magtanong tungkol sa mga nararamdaman, kung ano, physical man or emotional or psychological, yung kanilang mga damdamin. So you have to ask that. Kasi yung ganitong procedure, guys, hindi naman ibig sabihin to be professional. The only thing you have to do here, the most important, is may knowledge ka. And also try to enter their world, na hindi nila tawag nito, hindi nila hinahangad na kumbaga tawag nito na tulungan mo silang tanggalin lahat ng kanilang nararamdaman. Ang kanilang importante lang sa kanila is at least you have to ask them kung okay ba sila, how's yung estado ng kanilang emotion, ano yung mga nararamdaman mo. So syempre, yun ang kanilang yung kanilang kumbaga validated, na normal lang yung kanilang mga nararamdaman. And it is also okay to be not normal, kasi lahat naman tayo may iba-ibang katangian, lahat ng tao dito sa mundo iba-iba yung mga nararanasan sa kanilang buhay, may nakakatakot na mga karanasan, may hindi naman. So depende lang talaga. So and then yung wag na wag mong gagawin is wag na wag kang magbibigay ng advice kasi advice, it is not important talaga. Yung importante is yung presence mo talaga sa kanila, yung suporta mo sa kanila, at yung yung bang nararamdaman nila na at least may tao na na curious sa kanilang kung ano yung kanilang estado ng kanilang physical or kanilang emotional. So yun ang importante, guys. I always ask that to my colleague, yung mga katrabaho ko. Every time I arrive at work, and I always said good morning to them, and I always ask them that are they okay? And I asked them physically or emotionally, and some of them, they said they're not okay physical, and some of them they're a little bit down. Kasi you know what, guys, dito sa amin is winter. Pag winter talaga dito, yung day dito is becomes shorter. So kahit 3 or 4 o'clock pa lang dito ng hapon, it is already dark. So, syempre, pag nag-iisa ka sa bahay mo, more on talaga dito, nag-iisa lang yung nakatira sa kanilang bahay. It is really big, sometimes houses like villa, And you know what? They're very beautiful houses, but the question is, how many people live in that house and how happy they are? But hindi lahat ng ating nasa imagination or nasa ating isipan na, ang ganda ng bahay nila, syempre masaya sila. No, guys, you are all wrong. So dito talaga, I always said, what's the use of having a big house but the people inside is not happy? They feel, empty. They feel lonely. They feel alone. They feel, sad, something like that. So, sabi ko sa sarili ko, ako nung buhay ko sa Pilipinas, hindi man, kahit bahay namin barong-baro lang, at least we are happy. We are happy and healthy, and especially emotional. Kasi physical, you can just, if you have a headache, you can take some paracetamol. If you have, kumbaga, kumbaga may ano ka, may lagnat ka, you also take some medication, you know. Pero kapag emotional na yung nararamdaman, kahit ano pa yung gawin mo, hindi basta-basta marirecover yung emotional mo. At mahirap talaga siyang i-recover lahat. So, yes, iwasan ang magbigay ng advice kasi yung advice, guys, it depends in a situation. Like, kung nasa ano ka, kung nasa sitwasyon ka na like a family problem, and if you go to the people that they give advice that ano ba yung dapat gawin ninyong mag-asawa, something like that, then that you have a right to give an advice. But sa taong nagsasuffer ng mental health, hindi ka dapat talaga magbigay ng ng advice kasi they don't need that, you know. Kasi para sa amin, like me, kung magbibigay ka ng advice, I will said to myself, look at yourself first before you give advice to me. Yun ang pinaka-importante. Tingnan mo yung sarili mo and bago ka magbigay ng advice. Well, hindi naman masama ang magbigay ng advice sa isang tao, but dapat careful ka sa mga advice na ibibigay mo or sinasabi mo kasi hindi mo kumbaga hindi mo masisisi ang isang taong may anxiety disorder or yung may panic disorder kasi minsan talaga para sa kung normal kang tao na never kang nagkaroon ng mental health problem, para sa it is just an advice to them. Pero para sa isang taong may anxiety disorder or panic disorder, for them it is really it takes serious too much. Kumbaga kumbaga nasiseryoso nila. So imbis na matulungan mo sila, ikapapahamak pa nila. Kasi hindi mo maisasabi na ako nga ganito yung ginagawa ko. I just going out, I just you know, I don't care about what I experience, what I feel. I just go out, I just go meet my friend. I just, no, it's not like that. Hindi ikaw siya. So kung ikaw is ikaw, siya is siya. So hindi mo siya maaano ng pamamaraan mo. And the only advice or tips na mabibigay